Shabazz drops another clip. We gonna go through it. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna play it. I did that separately, so it's gonna be like I started a whole new clip. Like Shabazz dropped it, but the comment section is where it's at. So y'all just watch the clip, listen to his caption, and pay attention to the comments. Alright, so as is Entertainment Network, aka Shabazz, drops this clip this morning. In this clip, you have R. Kelly and Azriel, and they look like they're having a wonderful time. They just do. She looks genuinely happy. So let's read under the caption what Shabazz is saying here. He says, "Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Listen. Let me be as clear as I can about this. When I made precedents, I made it with the intent to tell a story. That's it. I had no intention of being either for R. Kelly or against him. I've always said that. Now, some people may just say that's playing both sides, and it is. As a journalist, it is your responsibility to tell both sides, if and when both sides are available. Unfortunately, R. Kelly wasn't available to tell his side. What people did not know was he was going to tell his side by doing a concert. The concert was going to copy what MTV used to do. You know, like have an artist in an intimate setting, and in between songs have a female host ask him tough questions about his life. I thought of that. I took that idea to someone close to both of us, and together we took it to him. Believe it or not, he agreed. We had a date. We had a location in Chicago, and we were eyeing several notable female personalities from Chicago. Obviously, that didn't happen. One of the reasons why is because he was arrested. He knew he had problems coming. He just didn't know to what extent. Let me say this as well. Let me make this clear as I can. At no time did I say I support R. Kelly. I've always said I'm not for him, and I'm not against him. I simply wanted to tell his story. I think any responsible person should never go into a project taking sides. You will never get an accurate truth with the attitude of I'm for you. Truth is showing the good and the bad, and I show both. That's reality. That's a story. That's being non-biased. I can understand why people wouldn't get it, and it's because all most really see is scripted bullshit. So if that's all that's out there and all that's winning, doing it my way wouldn't be understood by all, and that's okay. I think a lot of artists feel like that. A great example is this post. Long as my bitches love me. That's the name of the song. Obviously, Lil Wayne felt like dudes wouldn't understand. But, long as his bitches love him. Fuck him. Fuck what a hater gotta say. I ain't Lil Wayne, but damn, I like that song. So, let's get into this comment section. Quita Girl 88, you inspire me. Kash taught me. Yes, Kash Jones. No explanation necessary. You got this, black man. As is Entertainment Network 100. Reply. Hattie Mae said agreed to Kash. EZRILWA said at Kash, why did you send your cousin to blow up Angelo's car? Kash replied and said, baby, don't believe the hype. There's no reason I would ever put my life on the line or my family's life on the line for any man, especially Azriel Clary. My cousin was never sent to do anything, nor did he do anything. Besides, make this shit make sense. Didn't he tell authorities R. Kelly sent someone to do this to Azriel to silence her testimony? So which is it? My cousin has never met Robert, and I was never Robert's publicist. But you also see that was reported and in court documents. Stay woke. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the lies are being told. At EZRILWA says at Kash, so why is your cousin on the indictment? Then J. Jenny R. says, nobody knows the real truth, but I never believe all this story. I still believe Rob was set up from fake people and Azriel's a big liar. As is responds and says, my mouth ain't no Bible, but footage doesn't lie. It's up to you to see what's shown and make you come to your own conclusion. As long as you do that, regardless to whichever way you choose to see, I've done my job by showing it to you. Jenny replies back to As Is Entertainment Network and says, thank you. Did a great job. As Is says, Jenny, thank you. Jenny puts up a heart. Then K.A. Lala 65 says, there you go. That's right. But the thing is, since you haven't told his side of the story and he can't do it himself, people believe that you do have footage that can possibly help his case, so he can get out to reveal his truth. People aren't saying that you're biased. People aren't saying that you're biased. They just want you to tell them the fakeness and the lies about the Lifetime doc and what you filmed in your doc. That's it, and that's all, period. So then Shabazz, or aka As Is Entertainment Network, says, I've done that. If I were as important as something, then people could look at the doc and see. The truth is already in it. As far as helping his case, I don't think them people are stupid. Az gets too much credit for her testimony. I really believe she's done her part by telling about locations. It doesn't matter if they use her. Doesn't matter if she is incredible at this point. And the reason why I say that is because if they find one thing she said, they would find. That's it. From that point on, they really don't need her anymore. I think the only way she would be as important as people think is if they don't find what she said they would. Alright, so what's the T replied and said, as is, you clearly don't have a clue about these cases. As is says, so what's the T? Listen, you're right. I keep telling you to go make a documentary. If you know so much and your opinion is law, put it out. My timeline ain't putting it out. My timeline is commentary. Clearly, you're bigger than that. Go be big. Oof. E7 replies and says, this is actually so wrong. The Sixth Amendment proves that a person accused of a crime has the right to confront a witness against him or her in a criminal action. If she doesn't come and ran away, this means she abused his rights to confront her, and therefore whatever they got from her will be tossed away, no matter what she provided. So Wista T responds to Shabazz and says, dude, you literally got played by scammers, and you want to take it out on people who are calling you out on it. Sorry, but just admit it. It's not about going big. It's about the facts, and you totally messed up. And you know it. 1 minute, you call this fecal inspector a fraud. Then you post clips like this. Make it make sense. As Is Entertainment says, you may be right, but think. If we went with right, Kelly wouldn't have a case. He's been convicted via social media heavily already. This is Keisha. I inserted the word heavily already. Rumors, old cases, and innuendo. So that tells me that the law only works, at the very least, when they want it to. That's part of my point. Overall, because of the public pressure, they don't want it to. It's great, you know the law, but the only way to apply it is in court. That's my whole argument. Then As Is goes in and says, played? Son, I've been played before. Don't come with that bullshit. If somebody played me, one was got who has gotten many. I have no shame in it. You got me fucked up with that playground psychology. You just always got something to say, as if you're the end all be all in knowledge. Neither one of us is, if you want to be honest. My advantage is I've done something. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. You don't have to agree either. But stop coming on here like you the god in the Kelly case. You a spectator, a commentator, a person with a view. And that view brings out a nigga with an attitude. So what's the T goes in and says, as his entertainment network, I'm honestly far from a spectator. I have damn near 700 people begging to view my page for a reason. Then So What's the T also responds and says, what is even this clip? It has nothing to do with the caption. Laughing my ass off, Shabazz. You good. Child, as is, aka Shabazz says, So What's the T? Reading a book teaching you to ride a bike has nothing to do with actually riding a bike. You have to get on, balance, and steer. The book only gives you an overall, not the lesson. So What's the T replies to Shabazz and says, this analogy ain't it, bro. The clip is completely fixated on Dookie breath. She has nothing to do with R. Kelly. She's literally just a Jane Doe. When it's all said and done, she won't be mentioned when people discuss R. Kelly 20 years down the line. China Baby 23 responds and says, who are you? As is, aka Shabazz says, nobody. Power and Words 2.0, aka Larry. First off, do you see the jogging suit and baseball hat? Second, he made several videos and tried to set people up to show he wasn't running a cult. Third, before this docu came out, you didn't see either Joycelyn or Az for 4 years. But all of a sudden, we outside riding and smoking. Bullshit. And you know it. Getting to these previous. Okay. So then Shabazz replies to Power in Words 2.0. Dog, listen. They call that cold shit pimping in Chicago. I've seen a few dudes run around with flock of chicks. I know a nigga in Detroit got several. Some of them celebrities. As a matter of fact. And somebody can forward this to her. Nah, never mind. Anyway, I call a cult brainwashed people where I come from. You walk in line with another woman, smile, have sex with her, means you know. You're down with it. Cults don't depend on your bank account. Brainwash is brain power. If that was the case, they'd still be with him because brain power works in jail and out. That part. So then Power and Words as is. Dude, that is not pimping. Have you read his NDIL charges? All minors, bro, kids, 13, 14, 15, and 17. Those are our kids. Ain't got shit to do with pimping. I'ma have Kevin Childs on my show, and I want you to come on. Me, myself, and I9100 says, Larry, you want to talk. You so obsessed with Azriel. You say for the others, but really, you're only for Az. I see the other day how you stare at her, and you're married. You wonder who this is, don't you? You did all this for attention. You act like you so in with the Clarys in this case, but really, you didn't even know them before this, and you begged to be a part of it, not to help, but for attention. Child. Her Purple Rain 72 says, wasn't no cult. We have also seen them not dressed like that with boobs out. We know they were enjoying the benefits of his money. As already mentioned, no cult leader has to keep their flock with monetary gifts. And me, myself, oh, I don't know why they did that, but anyways, me, myself says, I'm not for or against R. Kelly. That's up to the court before you go there, but you know your real agenda. You need to watch who you tell stuff to, because it could burst your bubble, obsessed man. Then As Is goes in, replies to Larry, and says, if that's true, he has to pay for that. I've always said that, but I also said they got to prove it. This is America. If you believe so much, believe in justice and a right to a fair trial in court. That part. As Is responds Larry again, and he says, dog, I'll never get on your show. Nigga, you sent the feds at me. You said this shit out your mouth. Far as Kev, unless that nigga changed, he ain't getting in your show either. I learned the game at Don Diva. What happened as a result is between us. If Kev feels any way, then that's on him. But I held Don Diva down like it was my own. We all know that, including Kev. You can copy this shit and send it to him. He know how I am. You can try and get all the help you want. I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't gonna work. Then As Is responded to at me, myself, and I. Huh? Is that to me? I'm confused because the agenda with precedence is over. I already put it out. Y'all comments be crazy as hell. D Boogie said at me, myself, and I. Interesting. Tell it all. Okay, me, myself, and I 9100. Tell that shit. We hear you. Okay, we is here to fuck for it. So then, D Boogie also as is and says no, they were talking to Larry, and I think she is definitely on to something there. Child, EVZ Booful said at the shade room, your favorite alleged victim is here living her best life, not tied up in the basement and abused. That fucking part, EVZ. That fucking part. Okay. Anyways, guys, sheesh. This your updated Shabazz clip that he just released this morning. Leave it in the comments. Share the video. Wait, like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Child, this shit is crazy. Leave it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. Till next video.